What's up, y'all? We are back here with some more Hogwarts Legacy. We are trying to power up before we can access the next trial. We have learned a number of spells. Glacius, Dispulso, Arrest Momentum, but there are still more spells to learn. We gotta figure out, we gotta attend astronomy class first of all. We actually have student obligations to complete. And then we gotta get to Wingardium Leviosa. It's from the herbology professor, Professor Garlic, aptly named. And then Defindo from Professor Sharp. And then we got a couple other main/side quest things to do. We gotta meet Natty somewhere. She's got some stuff for us to take care of. So it's gonna be another action-packed hour and change here. Let's get going.
You know, it does help them.
Revelio.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
And your reading is the dragon. That's exciting, I suppose. Perhaps you're due for an adventure.
Ladies,
Professor Shah.
astronomy is not divination. You won't find the mysteries of the cosmos charted out on your palms or at the bottom of your teacups. Alas, the heavens remain hazy to the starry-eyed. Now, if you were to devote yourselves to persistent and painstaking observation, you just might catch a glimpse. With that in mind, please take your telescopes. Tonight we will be on the observation deck. Still don't have your own? You can't be the new student forever, you know. You can share with Mr. Takar.
Here, I can adjust that for you.
No, bring it into focus on your own. Now, I expect all of you to put in your stargazing hours outside of class. Is that clear?
But, Professor, it's freezing out.
Mere cold didn't stop the great stargazers of the past. Look only to the astronomy tables they erected throughout the highlands from which they gazed millennia ago on the very self-same stars above us. Is that clear? Dismissed.
Oh, hello. I'm Amit. We met in potions class. I'm happy to report that we've yet to have any explosions in this class.
Oh, hello, Amit. Nice to see you again.
Did I hear Professor Shaw say that you don't have your own telescope? I have a spare one you could borrow for the rest of term.
I can't do that, Amit. You might need it.
No, really, you can. And I won't. It's my old one. I finally got my hands on the new Celestia Contemplar. You've heard of it, I assume? I mean, of course you have. It's only the pinnacle of all personal stargazing implements. But my old model's not too shabby either. Goblin-cut glass, first-rate optical enchantments. Hate to think such a fine instrument is just collecting dust.
Well, thank you, Amit.
Think nothing of it. Anyway, the telescope's in the storage room right underneath us. You can't miss it. I have some, reading to finish on the lower deck. Come find me there afterwards, and bring the telescope. There's something I want to talk to you about.
Tried to put off my stargazing as long as I could. Oh, good, that's it. How am I supposed to find still?
Confringo! This was his old telescope. Looks practically brand new.
A prestige.
Professor Shah, I'm interested in learning more about astronomy.
It is increasingly rare to find a student who seeks after things celestial of their own accord. But if you truly desire to chart the courses of the cosmos, you must rid your mind of the terrestrial babble of others. We ourselves are not unlike blank star charts, you know. Empty canvases waiting to be inscribed with all that the universe has to offer. Do you understand?
Thank you, Professor. I look forward to stargazing.
I am glad to hear it. Should be a stellar night for it.
Professor Shah's just about as cold and distant as the bloody stars.
Not sure what you can learn from these astronomy tables that you can't learn.
Amit thinks he knows everything. Even told me he can speak gobbledygook. Sounded like gibberish to me.
The perfect night for...
I have the telescope. It's nicer than I'd expected.
I would not offer a prospective stargazer a third-rate lunoscope. But there is, something else.
Yes, what is it?
You remember those astronomy tables Shaw was going on about? It just so happens I've been reading up on them a little myself. And it seems there may be one right here at Hogwarts. I believe we could use it to find hidden constellations.
And you need someone to help find it.
I do. Are you in? No one from the Gobstones Club will go with me. Said they'd rather get spit at by a stone than... Well, they are cowards. Let us get moving while the stars are still out. I'll show you how to use that telescope once we get there. I promise.
All right, I suppose I can go with you. I hope it's worth it.
It will be. Trust me, I have read practically everything there is to read about this. It should be brilliant. Shall we? The table is on a castle wall ahead. Look for a stone platform, something that doesn't quite belong. We'll know it when we see it. Onwards we go. Some say the locations of the tables were originally marked by centaurs for ritual stargazing. It is nice having a fellow stargazer to
Lumos.
explore with.
Happy to be here. It is good to leave the classroom now and then.
It's not that creepy out here at night, is it? The Gobstones Club are cowards. Here I am, charging ahead. Why don't you lead the way?
If you're sure.
A little foreboding.
A few cobwebs and some dust. Nothing to be concerned about.
Oh, of course. It's just not as tidy as I expected.
Confringo! Lumos!
Lumos! More cobwebs. You don't think any spiders might be lurking about?
Oh no, not this close to school, Amit.
The constellation should appear near the center of your view. As soon as you've lined up the telescope, we will be able to fill out our star chart. I was right about the tables. They really are gateways to the far stars, just as the book said. And your contribution was invaluable. Rest assured, you shall be credited in my memoirs one day.
Thank you, Amit. I look forward to reading them.
And I look forward to writing them. This is only the beginning. You will find more tables like this one throughout the grounds and forest, all beckoning to be discovered by a worthy astronomer. And if I have ever seen one, it's you. Oh, and about my old telescope, don't bother returning it. You should keep it.
That's quite generous. Thank you.
You are welcome. It has goblin-cut glass and a gobbledygook inscription. I'm practically fluent in gobbledygook, you know. It's all in the throat, really, gobbledygook, you know, and how you pronounce your R's. Anyway, glad our adventure was a success. I will see you soon.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I... Blue powder?
Yes.
I think there were documents as well.
Have you finished your assignments?
I finished the tasks, Professor.
Well, well. I trust you are meticulous in your efforts. After all, shortcuts only ever lead to shortcomings.
Well, I don't know about meticulous, but I did as I was asked.
I'd advised doing more than the bare minimum if you want to hone your skills as quickly as possible. Talent and resolve are a potent combination. It would be a shame to let that go to waste.
Thank you, Professor.
Don't let it go to your head. Now, let's see how you fare with Diffindo. Wand at the ready. Focus. Diffindo can be dangerous if you're not paying attention. Very good. It seems you have a grasp on Diffindo. I would encourage you once again to practice here in the classroom. For your sake and that of... Diffindo! It's a pleasure to have a student who actually heeds instruction.
Anything to do with the dark arts should be avoided. It's too risky.
Anything to do with
Lumos.
Salazar Slytherin is worth the risk.
I can't agree. And I'll not say a word more. I'm sorry.
I won't give up.
What were you and Ominous speaking about?
He's being ridiculous. Apparently, Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here in Hogwarts. Ominous swears it was used for the dark arts, so he wants nothing to do with it. I reminded him that Anne needs a cure. This scriptorium could hold the answers we need.
Ominous is right. Meddling in the dark arts is dangerous.
There's more to dark magic than people realize. The Gaunts know this. Better than most. Perhaps I've spoken out of turn. Ominous's family history is personal to him.
I understand. You needn't tell me if you don't want to.
If I were you, I'd be begging for more details.
It's not that I'm not interested. And you can certainly trust me if you want to tell me anything.
Ominous learned dark magic from his parents. Are you familiar with the Cruciatus curse?
What does the Cruciatus curse do?
It's known as the torture curse, Crucio. It inflicts intense, excruciating pain on the victim. Apparently, his parents and older siblings had no qualms about casting it on muggles for sport. Ominous described the sound of the victim's cries as horrific, so the first time he was asked to cast it himself as a child, he couldn't bring himself to do it. As punishment, his family cast it on him. The anguish was so bad that when asked to cast it again, he relented. I have repeatedly assured Ominous that he did what he had to, but he still hasn't forgiven himself.
How horrible. Poor Ominous. He was only a child. He shouldn't blame himself.
After that incident, the rift between Ominous and his family only grew. That is until I came along. Every moment he isn't at Hogwarts, he's with us in Feldcroft. Ominous trusts me. And more often than not, he winds up listening to me. I'll remind him of that when I follow up about the scriptorium. Watch for my owl. I'll have news soon enough. I'll make Ominous understand. He'll change his mind.
Not sure he's in at the present moment, the headmaster.
Accio!
This must be the entrance to the Hall of Herodiana. Well, here it is. The Hall of Herodiana. Better go inside and find those puzzles.
Revelio. Lumos.
Love to see if Herodiana Byrne was as good as Sophronia said she was. That chest looks interesting. That wasn't too hard. What's next?
Revelio.
Incendio.
Confringo.
Accio. I think I'm getting the hang of this now. Just one left. Accio. Revelio. Accio. I see. The switch reset everything. Good to know. Accio. That's the last of them. Seems I was a match for Herod. This must be the last piece of Herodiana's ensemble. It is remarkable. No wonder Sophronia wants to see this. Lumos.
Levioso! I've never had difficulties with bouncing bulbs. Simple knockback jinx on hand's all you need. Last time I saw your dragon hunt, it was a vegetable.
Revelio.
Made any progress with your treasure?
Well, did you find the Hall of Herodiana?
Sophronia, I solved all the puzzles in the Hall of Herodiana.
Incredible! Then you found Herodiana's outfit. May I see it?
Of course. Behold.
Oh, how grand! You'll look as majestic as Herodiana herself, the greatest Depulso master of all time. You're my second favorite hero!
You made a mistake coming here. Disarm my wand, feel my wrath.
Hello? Over here!
Confringo! Expelliarmus! Incendio! Defendo! Protect! Stupid! Expelliarmus! Incendio! Confringo!
Trouble's brewing and I'm without my friends.
You ought to cut back on pudding. Mistook you for a troll the other day.
Accio! Descendo! Repulso! Accio!
That was unimpressive.
Depulso! Levioso!
Stop! I'm afraid
Resto
of
Momentum! Glacius! Incendio! Expelliarmus!
Is somebody there? Hello?
You can't! Confringo! Levioso! Arresto Momentum!
I will make you pay.
Incendio! Expelliarmus!
I shall avenge your death. You're so very weak.
Defendo! Incendio! Confringo!
Someone there?
The wizard will be defeated. That student defeated our encampment in the tower.
Assignment's all finished. Protego!
Quite rat this out and I'm gonna censor the whole.
Defender!
I won't rest until you're dead. You almost had a lucky shot.
Accio! Repulso! Revelio!
How wonderful to see you again.
I've completed my assignments, Professor.
Pleased to hear it. Professor Weasley will be too. I'll be sure to let her know how well you're coming along.
Thank you, Professor.
Professor Hecat tells me she taught you Levioso, so you should be ready for a more advanced levitation charm. Wingardium Leviosa requires a bit of concentration and a nice, graceful wand movement. Let's see you try your hand at it. When executed correctly, you should be able to pick up boulders as though they were sprigs of sneezewort. Well done! Feel free to practice Wingardium Leviosa here in the greenhouse. I've set some crates out for you in the next room.
Abandoned long ago, no doubt.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
How would you like to learn the knockback jinx flipendo? Once you've completed the necessary tasks...
Psst, over here, quietly. I'm glad that you received my owl. We need to stay low and remain quiet.
Natty, what's going on? Why are we all the way out here?
As promised, I did some investigating to find out what Harlow is up to. I followed him to the Hog's Head. I noticed him reading a letter. All I could see was that it was signed by and bore the seal of Victor Rookwood. And after you told me that Rookwood and Harlow were after you, I decided that you were the perfect person to join me in taking them down. For good. That letter is the tangible proof that Officer Singer needs. It is why I followed Harlow here and why I wrote to you. I need your help to retrieve it.
I'll help you find the letter, Natty.
I'm glad to hear it. First, we must access the castle keep. I'll check the main gate, see if you can find another way in. I do not see any guards, but we should still try to be as quiet as possible. Harlow is here after all.
Revelio. I wonder what that does. Well, that didn't work. Perhaps something with a bit more force. That did it.
Accio! Wingardium Leviosa. Accio! Wingardium Leviosa. Accio! Wingardium Leviosa. Accio! Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio.
Accio, Wingardium Leviosa. Accio, Wingardium Leviosa. Accio, Wingardium Leviosa. Accio, Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Leviosa. Revelio. I need to find a way into the gatehouse to open the gate for Natty. Cabalso. Lumos. Cabalso. Lumos. Revelio. Dead end. Must be another way in. Accio. That looks as if it might raise the gate. Lumos. Revelio. Depulso. Accio. Depulso. Accio.
Well done. I will be right up. I knew you could do it. This way. I will get the door.
Lumos.
Hello, Homora. That is the main keep. My guess is that we'll find Hallow and the letter inside. We'll need to be careful once we get...
I hear them.
Yeah, restrain the beast!
Highwing.
Do you know that hippogriff?
Get these things back to me now.
Very well. New plan. I get the evidence and you free that hippogriff. Agreed? This is our chance. Go!
Blast it! There's gotta be another way to get up to the roof. Somewhere. I hope Natty stays out of trouble. Lumos! Revelio! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Leviosa! Not the safest place to sneak into.
Hogwarts is very lucky they've got protection charms, if you ask me.
Accio! Descendo! Repulso! Repulso!
Stop right there!
You will not survive this fight.
Accio! Descendo!
No!
Expelliarmus!
Did I hurt?
What? Descendo! Revelio. Alohomora. Revelio. I hope Natty's having an easier time of it. Revelio.
You're going home in a wooden box! Leviosa!
You will pay for that. Incendio! Protego! Descendo! Pathetic! Leviosa! Incendio!
Leviosa!
Descendo! Accio! Repulso! Revelio! Alohomora! Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Highwing. It's all right. There we go.
There you are.
Come on.
Hello, amore.
Hurry! Oh! Highwing, go! There's the Hogwarts Express. Must be returning from an unscheduled run.
I wonder if anyone can see us from the castle. This is amazing!
It's incredible, isn't it?
How exciting.
It was exhilarating, wasn't it? I wasn't sure we were going to make it out alive.
There was no need to worry. I had it all under control.
Were you able to find the letter?
Summoned it straight out of Hallow's hands. I will say, I did not expect to see him cast the killing curse at us. He won't forget this. Be on your guard.
Of course. What did the letter say?
That Rookwood's looking for a phoenix. Not sure where he will find one. But it also included Hallow's orders to inspect that castle for the poachers. Enough to connect Hallow to the crimes. I shall deliver the letter to Officer Singer. She'll have to do something when she sees it. Now, tell me, where did you meet these hippogriffs?
I've only met Highwing before. Poppy introduced us.
Poppy Sweeting knows a hippogriff. Of course she does. Poppy will be relieved to know that Highwing's safe. I came to the right person for help. My mother will be worried. I must go. Seek me out soon. I shall have much to tell you. I have learned of a wizard who is being harassed by Hallow. He may be able to provide the evidence we need to take Hallow down. We should speak with him together. Meet me at his home.
When you have a moment, please stop by the Room of Requirement. Deke tells me he has something to share with you.
I assume you have news regarding the goblin you mentioned. Why don't we meet at the map chamber to discuss that and our next steps?
Faster, Highwing!
Miss Harlow came by here, looking for Mr. Bickle.
I pressed ominous regarding Salazar's Slytherin scriptorium, but my efforts were in vain. Meet me outside the Slytherin common room. We need to talk.
Is this Mr. Bickle's home?
I believe so. He supposedly has evidence against Hallow. We need to speak with him.
Where could Archie have gone?
Are you all right? We're looking for Mr. Bickle.
My husband is dead. He killed him.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry, Mrs. Bickle. Who killed your husband?
Theophilus Harlow. I'm sure of it. He's been threatening my husband for weeks and... Oh, where is my son? Where is Archie?
He must be around here somewhere. When did you last see him?
Archie was home with his father while I was out. His satchel's missing. Hopefully he's just gone wandering, as he's prone to do. I hope he wasn't here when Harlow... when my husband...
Do you know which way Archie might have gone?
He has a little hideout in the forest south of here. He never wanders far. But if he witnessed Harlow doing something to his father, I'm afraid to leave, in case he comes back home.
We'll find your son, Mrs. Bickle.
Thank you. What am I going to do?
Please do not worry, Mrs. Bickle. We will bring Archie home. When I took the letter we found to Officer Singer, she told me about Mr. Bickle. He had been doing the same thing we are, providing Officer Singer with evidence to take down Harlow. I had hoped to speak with him about what he had found, but we were too late.
What did Officer Singer say about the letter you brought her?
She thanked me, but she clearly felt that it was not enough. It is a shame that hippogriffs cannot speak. Your friend Highwing could provide all the evidence against Harlow that we need. We will need something more. This must be little Archie's hideout.
Revelio.
As Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Archie? Archie Bickle! He would not have done this to his own hideout. Someone came here looking for him. Revelio may be our only hope of finding out which way he went. There! Archie's footprints. He went this way.
Revelio. Arresto momentum. Levioso. Arresto momentum. Glacial. Arresto momentum. Revelio.
There! Archie's footprints. He went this way. I thought we would have found Archie by now.
I suspect he'll keep running if he's being followed.
If it is Harlow that's pursuing him, I only hope you're right. Men like Harlow would not think twice about killing a child. We must find Archie quickly.
Revelio.
Wolves! Prepare for a fight.
Descendo. Depulso. Accio. Expelliarmus. Confringo.
Descendo.
Incendio. Defendo.
Look out! Expelliarmus. I I hope Archie didn't cross paths with
Rebellion.
that wolf pack. We should look around.
Archie's satchel. Why would he leave it behind?
He was likely running from Harlow, distracted. This may be a good time for Revelio again. Archie went this way. I have a bad feeling about this. Harlow must have a reason for pursuing Archie.
I wonder what Archie saw. I hope he didn't see Harlow kill his father.
He would never overcome it. At least not in any way.
Revelio.
A fork in the road. We will need Revelio again.
Revelio.
Multiple sets of footprints. Oh, Harlow caught up to him here. This is not good. They went this way.
Do cooperate, won't you?
Look out! Thestrals. They are beautiful, are they not?
You can see Thestrals too.
I witnessed death when I was 9. Saw my first Thestral shortly thereafter. I still do. I think those of us who have witnessed death deserve some comfort.
Now, I'm only trying to help. Going to hurt you. I'm sorry you experienced something like that at so young an age.
I was with my father when he died. My mother was away, and I felt quite helpless. It was a long time ago in some ways, but in other ways, it seems like it was only yesterday. I still see him so clearly.
You must miss him.
My father was a wonderful man.
Revelio!
Let us keep moving. We must find Archie.
Why bring the lad back here? Accio. Kill him and be done with it. Simple as that.
There can be no mistake.
I hate heights. You just wait till I come down.
Rookwoods don't go down easy. Expelliarmus.
Coward! Exploding really!
Confringo. Expelliarmus.
Protego!
Perhaps you ought to give up.
Levioso. Accio. Descendo. Capulso.
Wait till Sebastian hears about this. An Ashwinder.
I did not expect this tent to be so large on the inside. That complicates things a little.
Revelio. Defendo. Confringo. Accio. Capulso. Descendo. Revelio. Confringo. Defender. Descendo.
Don't do that!
Incendio.
You're going to regret that.
Confringo.
Allow me to slaughter.
Incendio.
Aha! Back from
Incendio. Incendio.
Made a grave mistake. Knew you would do it.
Expelliarmus. Revelio. Revelio. Capulso. Revelio.
Archie. Archie Bickle.
How do you know who I am?
Your mother sent us to find you.
Oh, I'm so glad to see you.
Not too loud, Archie.
Sorry.
We need to get this open. Aloha, Mora.
A man called Harlow. He killed my father.
We're so sorry, Archie. We won't let him get away with it. But first we need to get you home to your mother.
Thank you for saving me.
We wouldn't have it any other way, Archie. Now let's get you home. We know a safe way back.
Oh, Archie, you're here! Oh, you're safe.
Mother? Oh, Mother. Father's friends are in danger. I heard the people who took me talking about them.
Which friends, darling?
Mr. and Mrs. Rabe. Mr. Filbert. And I think they also said Otto's name.
Oh, I shall speak with them. You run inside.
Yes, Mother.
Your husband's friends may be in danger.
Just as he was.
How can we help?
You've done enough. My husband was a powerful wizard and couldn't defeat Harlow. The last thing we need is that monster coming after you.
It may be too late for that. I'm afraid Harlow's already after us.
Then you needn't anger him further. I assure you, the threat could be a lot worse. Please, please keep your distance.
I'm sorry again about your husband, Mrs. Bickle.
Thank you. And thank you for bringing Archie home. I can never repay the two of you for your kindness.
Not to worry, Mrs. Bickle. My father used to say that rain does not fall on one roof alone. We are here to help each other. I must learn more about Mr. Bickle's friends and why Harlow is after them. You'll be hearing from me as soon as I know something. Thank you very much.
Revelio. Accio.
You're here. Brilliant.
I received your owl. What happened with Ominous?
I told him none of us will be able to avoid dark magic forever. So the more we know about Salazar Slytherin and the dark arts, the better prepared we'll be. Unfortunately, only a Gaunt knows the location of the Scriptorium's entrance, and Ominous won't tell me.
Perhaps I should have a chat with Ominous.
You? I suppose it's worth a try. But don't get your hopes up. Ominous is annoyingly stubborn. Nothing new. I know where he is. I'll lead you to him and then leave you to it. Come on. He's this way. Keep an eye out. Never know who's watching. Although that hasn't stopped us before.
Strictly speaking, it has. We were caught.
Damned poltergeist. Such a nuisance. There he is. Good luck.
What are you doing here?
Hello, Ominous. Do you have a moment?
What is it? What have you and Sebastian been up to now?
I owe you an apology, Ominous. I wasn't honest with you before about the Undercroft. Sebastian did show it to me. He wanted me to have a safe place to practice some spells, to try and catch up to the other 5th years. He didn't think you'd mind.
I suppose that makes sense. It's just Sebastian's been pestering me lately about something and I'm frustrated with him.
Don't tell me he's still going on about, what was it, a scriptorium?
He told you about that.
He did. We were talking about Hogwarts founders and he mentioned it. Wouldn't say much more, though.
Yes, well, he seems to think it contains the answer to saving Anne. I think it's likely full of dark magic that is better left untouched.
Wait, you've never been inside?
Of course not. I only know about it because of my favorite aunt, Noctua. She thought like I do. Didn't agree with the family on the use of dark magic. In fact, she'd hoped to convince my family that there was more to Salazar Slytherin than worshipping pureblood status. She'd heard of this scriptorium and thought its contents might shed some light on him. She even found the secret entrance in this very corridor. She wrote regularly to my father about her efforts to gain access, and then she simply vanished. No one else ever tried to enter.
That's a bit unnerving. I suppose even if it might lead to answers about what happened to your aunt, it does pose a risk.
Aunt Noctua went down this path with good intentions and lost her life. I don't want the same to happen again.
You don't know that history will repeat itself. Besides, you said your aunt thought like you. This could honor her memory, get you answers about Slytherin and Sebastian answers for Anne. Your aunt pursued this alone. We could do it together.
I see what you've done here, and I confess, you've convinced me. I didn't think it possible. Very well. I shall tell you what I know. Fetch Sebastian, I'll wait. I hope we don't regret this.
Sebastian! Over here!
These braziers grant access to the scriptorium.
Confringo! Your share? You wouldn't tell me when I practically begged.
It wasn't you who told me what I needed to hear. Opening the entrance has something to do with 3s.
Well, 3 heads are better than 1.
It's 2 heads are better than 1.
And by that logic, 3 is better than 2. Simple mathematics, Ominous.
Rebellion!
Confringo! Something's happening.
I hope we're ready for this.
A journal entry, signed by Noctua Gaunt.
Gaunt? Ominous. Your family was here.
Reparo. I know. She was my aunt.
The rubble formed a relief of a person facing a snake.
That must be the voice I hear. The voice is ancient.
You hear a voice?
It started when you repaired that relief. I hear a whisper saying, "Speak to me." I'm a parcel mouth. I can hear and speak to snakes. Nearly all known parcel mouths are descended from Salazar Slytherin.
I'd like to be able to talk to snakes.
You might not want the ability to speak parcel tongue. It's often associated with dark wizards. I haven't spoken it in ages, but I'd wager if I speak it now, the door will open. I'm hoping you're having second thoughts.
Believe me, I am having thoughts, but I'm still convinced we should go ahead.
It's ironic. When I left home, I vowed to leave the dark arts behind, and yet here I am. Stand back. I can't believe I'm doing this.
It worked! Ominous. You possess a rare ability indeed.
Between the two of you, I'm starting to feel left out.
Between the two of us?
Never mind. There's no clear way forward.
Black maze. Salazar Slytherin most likely wanted
Good
to
for you.
soul.
The door we came from, it closed. And there's more than one gate ahead.
Then look closely at each gate for clues.
Lumos. The dial requires focus.
Art Noctua said the same. It may take practice to solve it.
Matching the symbols did open it.
Was about to do that myself, but you got to it first. Nice work.
Reparo. Lumos. Reparo. Lumos. Confringo. Ominous. Your aunt wanted to change your family's traditions.
She did, and she was my favorite person in the world for it.
Lumos. Confringo! This journal entry, another gate.
Seems Slytherin like to play games.
Must run in the family.
Look in a mirror, Sebastian. That sounded promising.
Another dial solved.
Impressive. Nice work.
Lumos. Noctua references painful and arduous challenges, but also rewards.
Painful. That's
Revelio.
the part I'm wary of.
Lumos.
All I heard was rewards. Keep going. Another welcoming sword, was he? Excellent work. We're another step closer to the scriptorium.
Lumos.
I spotted something ahead. Looks troubling.
This whole place is troubling, but for my aunt's sake, we cannot stop now.
Confringo! The gate! I think we're locked in. Again.
Lumos. Then Salazar Slytherin is not yet finished with us.
Ominous. A skeleton. And Noctua's last journal entry. She mentions being trapped here, blocked by an unforgivable curse.
This is where she died. This is where we'll die. I shouldn't have listened to either of you.
Ominous, I'm truly sorry about your aunt. But I know what to do. It's going to be difficult.
You said you know what to do.
Tortured faces on the door, and Crucios etched into the stone. My guess is if we cast the Cruciatus curse, the door will open. That's why Noctua died. She had no one to cast the curse on. Ominous has the most experience with this. He should cast it. You seem to be in Ominous's favor. Will you ask him about this?
You know him better than I do.
Very well. Wish me luck. Wish we had some liquid luck. Ominous, I know this is the last thing you want to do.
Yes, it is. I thought you knew me better.
But this is different. Whoever you cast it upon would have agreed to it first. It wouldn't be an innocent victim. We have to open the door.
The spell won't work unless you mean it. That's true of all unforgivables. If it must be done, then one of you must cast it.
What do we do now? Ominous is not going to cast the Cruciatus curse again.
Ridiculous. As if dying in here is a better option than casting a damned spell. It's up to us. I can teach you Crucio, or I can cast it on you.
Wait, you didn't say you knew how to cast Crucio?
Because I'm not sure I do. Ominous knows that, yet he's left us no choice. I don't yearn to follow in Noctua Gaunt's footsteps. I think I can cast it if I have to.
I want to learn the curse, but I won't cast it on you. You need to cast it on me.
I shan't forget this.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Are you all right?
That pain, it was excruciating. But I'll survive. Let's keep moving.
We made it. Found Salazar Slytherin's scriptorium.
I can't believe we're here.
Sebastian, Ominous. There's a book just here.
You found something?
You two go ahead. Let me know what's in it. I'll wander around a bit.
May I have a look?
What do you think?
Looks like a spell book of some kind. This is incredible. A Hogwarts founder's possession. What an honor. Still can't believe Ominous never told me about his aunt and what she found.
What will you do with Slytherin's spellbook?
What I do with every book. Read it. Having professors as parents ingrained that habit early on. But I can do that later. For now, I say we explore this room. It's breathtaking. I don't want to leave, but I owe you. Both of you. Without both of you, we'd never have made it this far.
We were lucky. We could have died. We must swear never to do this again.
Revelio. I see a way out.
Best news I've heard all day.
Ominous. About your aunt.
Please, Sebastian. I meant what I said before. We swear, right now, never to engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
Understood. I'm truly sorry about your aunt, Ominous.
I suppose after all this, I am grateful to know what happened to her. Thank you.
This game is actually really enjoyable. I think these last 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours, have been quite fun. Some of the dungeon type setups they have, obviously some are better than the others, but the one in this one where we had to go through the tower and climb to the top, I thought that was a really effective setup. One thing that's kind of annoying, it can be annoying at times, is how big my main character is in the frame. Now this is kind of a dumb thing to complain about, but he just like takes up a large portion of the frame so that your field of view is kind of more zoomed in. So when you enter like a space like this, you have to kind of turn all the way to the left and then turn all the way to the right if you're trying to look for something and make sure you account for, you know, all the items that could be there. But I guess Revelio is there to help you out with that. Learning Crucio, so I mean that kind of implies that we're going to learn all 3 of the unforgivable curses. Now, I mean, I was trying to not hover over each of these icons because I didn't want to have any of the curses spoil or any of the spells spoiled that we were going to learn. Obviously, we know that these 2 are now going to be Imperio and Avada Kedavra, and then we know one of these is going to be Flipendo, and then I don't know what this one is going to be right here on the right. Probably it's a red, so it's going to be some other like attack or blast type spell, and that kind of rounds out our entire. We have one up here as well. So getting to the end of what all we can learn, and I must say, as much as I enjoy learning the new spells, it is kind of it is a relief because toggling between these little spell wheels, especially when you're in the middle of combat, is pretty difficult because you have to memorize the locations of just pretty much 16 or 20 spells, and then you have to remember, oh, I set up one of my spell wheels for like feeding beasts or for exploring and not combat, and then how you swap them out becomes kind of another thing that you have to remember. I really enjoyed when our character was like, you can see Thestrals, and like as if we haven't been fucking murdering dark wizards this whole entire time. I thought that was pretty that was pretty funny. Yeah, the scriptorium is cool. Even the location where we started off the video, I forgot what the name of it was. That little hall where we had to do the couple of puzzles, with the blocks. I thought that was a cool little, a nicely styled area as well. Cool architecture. The puzzles weren't terribly difficult, but I don't think any of the puzzles really have been at all in this game. It's not really a puzzle-based game.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Yeah, some of these scenes are like pretty emotionally affecting. Like I think it was the last video where we went to go see Sebastian's family, and seeing the interaction with the sister and his sister being cursed, and the dad not willing to, or the uncle, not the dad's dead, the uncle not willing to accept it. That was pretty dark. And then you get into this stuff where it's like
clever.
Ominous had to use the Cruciatus curse on a innocent person, and then his own family used it on him when they realized that he wasn't really down to do so. I mean that stuff is pretty pretty nuts. I feel like that definitely gets that's a little intense there. So interesting scenes. Yeah, I'm enjoying the story. Getting Crucio is cool, and it doesn't feel like we're getting to the end. Strangely, it feels like, in terms of the amount of time we've actually spent in Hogwarts, it feels like very little, because we spent a lot of time exploring the outside Hogsmeade and the vast world around Hogwarts. So from that standpoint, it feels like we're not close to the end. I have no frame of reference to even kind of judge how much of the story we've progressed through, but just in terms of all the classes we've gone to and all the professors we've interacted with and all that kind of stuff, it seems like we've done a large portion of what you'd be expected to do in a game like this. So I wouldn't say we're maybe about like 50 to 60% through the main story. That's what it feels like. But obviously there's a lot of side content as well. But anyway, we'll pick it up next time and maybe learn another little unforgivable curse, and definitely knock out Flipendo. That's the very first spell you learned in a lot of other games. Specifically, my very first Harry Potter game, Chamber of Secrets on PC. That was the very first spell we learned, because it was kind of your basic cast spell. Was Flipendo there. So we'll pick it up next time with even more Hogwarts Legacy.